なんで瑠璃子を殺したんだ。
てめえは本当にしつこい。ただの普通の生徒の分際でどの道もう殺したことには変わりねえ。
皆さんこんにちは、カズです。Welcome back to Mandemon. Thanks for joining me. Let's continue. 続きましょう。Alright, so picking up from where we left off, last time, we encountered a vampire. Yep, that's the thing, a vampire. After that, we went back to the school. We had a chance to tell the teachers what happened, but we chose not to. Then, yet again, we heard the piano, and now we're at the piano room. And after the main character going around assuming everything, after feeling like a fool, is about to leave the room. Let's see. The matter is not yet over. Be careful. I closed the door as Amemiya placed her hands back on the piano, carrying on with her performance. As I returned to the corridor, the sky suddenly darkened. Around the corner, a dim red light emanated. As I approached, I discovered a girl dressed in a pitch black gown, amusing herself with a crow by the window. It was Minamoto.
Satomi Shigeyuki!
Huh? She heard the sound of my footsteps, and those crimson pupils turned towards me.
何時何油を売っているのだ。はよわらわの獲物を探すがよい。約束を忘れたとは言わせんぞ。特にあの雨宮という女、極めて不愉快だ。
Ooh.
あなた。
おお、どうした？命の恩人を忘れてしまったのか？
She gently stroked the crow's body while gazing out the window.
つまらない学校だ。愚か者ばかりで実にくだらぬ。数百年が経過したというのに、人間は何一つ変わっておらぬな。だが、崩落のせいで全ての学生が山の上に閉じ込められているそうだな。聞いているか？教師どもは崩落を片付けるのに生徒を刺激しようとしていると。
I know, right?
奴らの身の程知らずなことよ。皆山に閉じ込められている。そちにその意味がわかるか？
A peculiar glimmer flashed in her eyes.
どういうこと？
それは皆が窮地に陥り、誰も逃れられず、学校全体が絶望の底に沈むことを意味するのである。
Yes, please.
これらの小アッパどもは世の中をすべて知り尽くしたと自負しているが、実際には愚か者の中の愚か者で、虫より純真である。
She revealed a sinister smile.
血よ。やはり絶望に落ちた人間の血こそ至高の美味だ。
Her words sent shivers down my spine. I couldn't believe that I had truly become a servant to this monster.
重幸よ。わらわはこの学校を探り回ってきた。坂口は厄介者ゆえ、最初に始末しようと思っている。奴を討ち取れば、他の生徒は軽々だ。
Right, so after thinking it through, Sakaguchi isn't a vampire. I thought at first, because he brought us to Minamoto, that he was in cahoots with her, but I think Sakaguchi thought he actually killed us, and he just dragged the body to the pile of corpses. Then that means he knows there's a body of corpses there then, right? So he's a killer, like a regular murderer, I guess? Let's see.
それに、そちも奴と因縁があるのだろう。これはいい機会ではないか？
どういうこと？
奴を一人呼び出すがよい。わらわの意図がわからぬか？その後、わらわに任せよ。
Shouldn't we have some sort of supernatural power as well, since we got turned into a vampire? Don't we have some sort of like superhuman strength or something like that? At this moment, I hesitated for a moment. I truly despise Sakaguchi to the core, and I'm sure he was also plotting to get rid of me. But did I really want to seek revenge with the help of Minamoto's power? If she truly regained her strength, then all the students and teachers in the school would be in danger. What should I do? Obey her, dude. There's no other choice.
はい、わかりました。
よきよき。 わかったなら早く取り掛かるのじゃ。わらわはずっと見ておるぞ。
After saying that, she opened the window and leaped out. By the time that I reached the window and looked down, she had already disappeared. I believe she must have transformed into a crow and flown away. After gathering at the playground, Kobayashi led our classmates to the site of the landslide. The road ahead has been completely destroyed, covered with large and small rocks and debris. Students held stones in their hands, laboriously clearing the accumulated mud and rocks on the road. The sky was still drizzling with a chilling wind howling, giving the feeling that a second landslide could happen at any moment.
くそ、こんなん掘って溶かせると思ってるのか。これじゃあ永遠に終わらないぞ。
Why is the teacher making the students do this? Is there not enough adults around? Not far from me, Tsunaga was struggling to excavate the soil with his homemade stone tools.
それにあそこにある大きな岩を見ろよ。土をどかしてもあんな大きな岩をどうやって動かすってんだ。
There's no way you can clear a landslide with just your hands, dude. Come on.
おい、声を小さくするんだ。観察員に聞かれたらどうする？とにかく清掃してるふりをすればいいんだ。まだわからないのか？
何ふざけたことを。
きっとそのうち救助が来るはずさ。なんとかなるよ。明らかに今やってるのは人力でできることじゃない。まともな道具さえ持ってないんだぞ。
くそ、もうやる気ねえ。
Tsunaga forcefully throws away the stone in his hand.
どうしたムキになって。もしかしてクラスメートと喧嘩でもしたのか？
この野郎小林、お前に言われる筋合いはねえ。
Tsunaga grabs Kobayashi by the collar.
やる気か？だったらやってみろよ。今大事なのはみんなで生き残ることだろうが、夏の稲刈りができなければみんな餓死するってことだぞ。あんたの姉さんも含めてな。
この野郎、姉さんのことを口にすんな。
Oh? Tsunaga finally couldn't hold back and punches Kobayashi in the face.
ぶっ殺されたいんだな。お望み通りにしてやる。
The two wrestle on the ground, Tsunaga's face flushed as he shouted loudly, swinging his fist fiercely at Kobayashi. Kobayashi, on the other hand, was in a more disheveled state, with almost every punch landing solidly on him.
てめえがみんなのリーダーになれてんのはてめえの姉さんのおかげだ。てめえ自身は何もねえんだよ。
Kobayashi continued to speak without restraint. Tsunaga was completely provoked, his emotions completely out of control. Some students around were also caught up in the chaos, attempting to pull them apart, but mostly standing by to watch the spectacle, some even cheering. However, I had seen enough of the spectacle between the two. I looked around. Sakuchi was nowhere to be found. What was he plotting? But now was indeed a good opportunity. I discreetly set down the stones. I need to find a place where no one is around. Taking advantage of the commotion, I quietly entered an empty path and made my way deeper into the woods. Everyone's attention was completely absorbed by Tsunaga and Kobayashi. No one would notice me leaving except Sakaguchi. As I walked along the path for a while, I heard the sound of flowing water. It was a stream. This might be a good place. If I get blood on me, I can clean it off with the cold water here. I sat down against a tree and looked up at the sky. Tsunaga was right. Everyone's current efforts were in vain, and there was a possibility of a second class burying us all. But no one cares if the student gets buried underground, just like no one cares about Ruriko's life or death. I gradually understood that this world was beyond salvation, including the teachers and the students. Ruriko. Ruriko was my only hope, but Sakaguchi took her away from me. But I have no choice but to seek revenge. It's time to wrap things up. In the distance, heavy footsteps could be heard. The sound of the wind grew louder, and a monstrous figure emerged.
おい、もやし野郎。びっくりしたぞ。お前は一体何なんだ。どうして生きているんだ。
It was Sakaguchi. Indeed is he.
お前が死に損なったのはまだいい。だがなんでまた戻ってきたの。戻ってこられた。てめえを殺さなきゃいけなくなるだろうが。
I wonder how this is gonna go down.
なんでルリコを殺したんだ。
ちてめえは本当にしつこい。ただの普通の生徒の分際でどの道もう殺したことには変わりねえ。
せめて理由を知りたいんだ。
いいだ。メイドの土産として教えてやるよ。ルリコを強姦したんだ。
What the?
だが途中で耐えられなかったようで死んじまった。体があんまりも細いからうっかり落ちちまっただけだ。
As he finished speaking, it felt like something inside me cracked. What? What does he think he's saying? What does he mean by accidentally snapped? What right does his filthy hands have to touch Ruriko? The thought of Ruriko, who used to smile at me, being defiled by this man, made every fiber of my being ached as if it were about to shatter. Kill him. I absolutely must kill this guy.
許さない。お前を絶対殺すからな。
Sakaguchi froze in shock.
面白いこと言いやがる。だからなんだ。お前みたいなもやし野郎なんてこれっぽっちも怖くねえよ。
I want to see him get thrown around like a rag doll, right? Don't we have like some sort of strength? I stood up from under the tree, taking slow steps towards him.
さあ、てめえ、生意気だな。
He swung his massive fist at me. I closed my eyes, prepared to take that solid blow. But the fist never landed. I opened my eyes and witnessed an incredibly unbelievable scene. Sakaguchi was clutching his arm, his expression filled with excruciating pain. And at the other end of his arm, his forearm was nowhere to be seen. In its place was a gaping hole, gushing blood profusely.
濁っているというべきか。それとにかくこの男の血はまるでタンパク質とクロム整合菌が混ざったような味がする。
It was Minamoto. She was holding Sakaguchi's severed forearm, lifting her head and greedily savoring the taste of blood, which was still dripping from the arm.
口当たりがよろしくないな。べっぴんだ。
Inferior. She shook her head and tossed the form aside.
お前は誰だ。
You should have fainted from the shock, right? Sakaguchi gasped loudly, looking at Minamoto.
命取りの相手だ。覚えておく必要はない。汝にとって無意味である。間もなく汝は死ぬ。
ジン。
Mandemon. So, Minamoto is a Mandemon.
無礼者が。
Ooh. Minamoto swung his arm, leaving behind a dark silhouette in the air. Sakaguchi's legs gave way beneath him. Sakaguchi now only had one arm left.
その呼び方は気に入らん。今の世で人の子はわらわをそう呼ぶのか。本当に無礼なことだ。
Sakaguchi, using only one arm to support his body, desperately moved towards the other side, attempting to escape from Minamoto.
串刺し子、吸血鬼、不死者。名前をつける前にわらわの意見を聞けばよかろうに。そうであろう、人の子よ。
Minamoto glanced at me.
あ
I pointed towards Sakaguchi.
あいつ。
おう、 逃げるのを心配しているのか。
Minamoto swiftly caught up with him, stepping on his chest, rendering him immobile.
化け物めが。
まだ言うか。本当に口の利き方を知らぬようだな。
Minamoto's gaze turned cold and fierce as she raised her arm, emanating an eerie crimson glow, reaching towards Sakuji's neck. Unable to bear witnessing the scene, I closed my eyes. What is the main character Satomi? Is he just like a regular person with just a bite? Does he have no extra power? Sakuji's agonizing moans and a gruesome sound of flesh mingled together, making it unbearable for me. I tightly covered my ears, hiding beneath the tree with my back turned to them. The unfolding scene, even in my imagination, was distressing. I am a cowardly man, despite being the one who desired revenge. Yet, in this moment, all I felt was a deep fear towards Minamoto's cruel power. What should I do? How am I supposed to fulfill my agreement with Minamoto? At that moment, I sensed Minamoto's presence behind me. I turned around, opened my eyes, and my heart started racing once again. A cruel smile adorned her face.
どうしたの？もっと喜べ。ソチの望んだ復讐が果たされたのだぞ。
I know, man. Satomi sucks, dude. Can I switch main characters?
坂口は
あそこにある。
I looked behind her, and Sakuchi's limbs were scattered in the bushes, their original shape indistinguishable. What a brutal force this is. Even the fiercest beast couldn't tear a human apart in an instant like this. My knees couldn't help but tremble. Suddenly, Minamoto became alert.
ほら、新たな人の子のご登場だ。
Sure enough, there came rustling sounds from the other side of the forest. There's someone hiding over there. Is someone spying on us? Is it Sakaguchi's men? Perhaps realizing that he had been discovered, he stepped out on his own. As the figure became clearer, that person was Tsunaga Keiichi. Wait, why is Tsunaga here? Wasn't he fighting with Kobayashi? Could it be that he came with Sakaguchi? Could it be that he's siding with Sakaguchi?
おい、これ一体どうなってるんだ？
He was shocked to see the scattered limbs in the bushes. At that moment, Minamoto raised her hand. Could it be that she...
待って、源さん。須永まで殺すつもりですか？
Minamoto slowly turned towards me.
そう。口を封じねばならん。
そんな必要はないです。須永を殺す必要はないんです。
里美、あんた。
Tsunaga's fist clenched tightly, indicating his realization of the gravity of the situation at hand. However, it was too late. Minamoto decisively stepped forward, his hands transforming into blades that pierced through Tsunaga's chest. Tsunaga's eyes widened, emitting a sharp groan before collapsing to the ground.
やめて！
I sprinted swiftly towards Tsunaga's side. Tsunaga struggled to lift his head, blood gushing from his chest, staining his clothes as his life slowly ebbed away.
さっきの騒動終わった後、あんたがいなくて、だから心配して探しに来たんだよ。
Minamoto pushed me aside.
こやつを始末せねば。
待ってください。
そういうことか。分かったよ、重幸。これが俺の報いか。本当ごめんな。あんたも気づいてるだろう。この世界どこかおかしいんだよ。僕はずっとこの世界のルールに従って生きてきたけど、実はそれが間違ってたんだ。逃げ出してくれ。あんたならできるはずだ。 あんただけでもいいから泣くな。みんないつか死ぬんだからさ。先に行くぞ。
Minamoto stabbed once again, this time aiming for the heart. Tsunaga's pupil lost their color. He was dead.
一体何を泣いている？人間への復讐が措置の目的じゃろ。
Minamoto sat coldly behind me. I dared not turn around, for I feared that at this moment she would notice the look in my eyes and kill me as well.
わらわの腹は満たされた。もう食わぬゆえ、これの始末を任せる。
The sound of flapping wings echoed as Minamoto departed. Now, I'm left alone. Is this really what I'm pursuing? We went this far. They all deserve to die. Oh well, let's not dwell on sadness any longer. Tsunaga's actions indirectly led to the death of Urashima Huriko. Thus, he too met a deserving end. I gently laid down the lifeless body of Tsunaga. Let's bury him here. I dug a swallow grave right where I stood and laid Tsunaga to rest. As for the pile of Sakaguchi's mangled flesh, I had no idea how to handle it, nor did I have the desire to face it directly. Anyway, it won't be long before wild beasts devour it completely, so let it be. Actually, there's no need to hide it specifically. Considering that Minamoto might target other students in the future, I believe it's best not to reveal ourselves prematurely. After I've done all of this, I return to the place where the students are. After my return to school, I found myself in a perpetual state of daze. No matter how hard I tried to forget, the scene of those two individuals perishing before my eyes would involuntarily resurface. Unbeknownst to me, it was already time for lunch, and I followed the students to the canteen. The dinner portion was meager, consisting of only 2 rice balls and a bowl of miso soup. The progress in clearing the landslide today was remarkably sluggish, leaving all the students disheartened. Many students experienced physical discomfort due to prolonged physical labor. Perhaps tomorrow, we will be spared from the task of clearing the landslide, as everyone fervently hopes for. The atmosphere in this entire canteen was oppressively heavy, with hardly any students speaking. Everyone simply ate their meals in silence. At that moment, Kobayashi approached and sat across from me, holding his dinner.
Yeah.
He was wrapped in bandages. Despite changing into a new set of clothes, the bruises on his body were still faintly visible.
いってあいつの拳は本当に硬かったさ。
He chuckled while rubbing his shoulder.
で、須永と坂口はどこに行ったんだろう。
They're dead, dude. I didn't answer him, just silently ate my dinner.
みんなは須永と坂口はどこかで相打ちか何かで共に果てたって推測してるけど、俺はそうは思わない。須永は賢いやつだ。そんな極端なことはしない。
He tapped the spoon against the empty bowl.
でも今は二人とも行方不明さ。これは不思議だよ。
なんで僕にそんなことを言うの？
他に話す人がいないからさ。
I thought he had noticed something, but it seems I was mistaken. But, wait a minute. His wording just now was a bit strange. Met their demise together, doesn't that imply that they are already dead? The students at this moment are likely unaware of whether they have gone missing or have already dead. It is necessary to inquire with Kobayashi.
じゃあ君はなんで彼らはもう死んでると思うんですか？
それはな、作業現場で血に染まった服の切れ端を見つけた生徒がいるんだ。
What? Indeed, I overlooked that. Sakaguchi's dismembered limbs may have been concealed by tall foliage, but his clothing fragments were scattered with the wind. When I considered this, my handling of the situation at the time was truly too hasty. But what does it matter? Can the clothing fragments remue anything?
服の切れ端。じゃあ獣とかでは。
I think nonchalance.
獣じゃないと思うんだ。だって切り口が綺麗すぎた。刀で切ったみたいだった。
そんなことありえない。刀であっても人間の体を切り裂くのはとても難しいことです。
As soon as I finished speaking, Kobayashi's spoon suddenly dropped into the bowl.
ああ、なんでもない。平気平気。今日は腕が少し痛くて物がどうも持ちにくいんだ。
He hastily picked up the spoon. Could it be that Kobayashi has noticed something? Or am I just being too sensitive? I realized that perhaps I shouldn't say too much at this moment.
どういうことだろうな。最近あんたもちょっと変わったような気がするよ。
My hand holding the rice ball also froze in midair. What does he really want to say?
どういう意味？
いや、なんというか直感とかそういうものさ。とにかくあんたが以前よりも純真じゃなくなったような気がするんだよ。でもそれも仕方ない。今の状況だと純真な人は長生きできないからな。坂口と砂川が秩序を維持してくれなくなったから生徒たちはすぐに混乱に陥るだろうな。最悪な場合、崩落した道の片付けも全然進まなくて食料だってすぐに底をついてしまうかもしれない。リーダーがいなくなったらどうなるか想像したくもないよ。
His voice grew quieter, as if he didn't want other students to hear.
君の言う通りだ。君は新しいリーダーになれないんですか？
いやいや、無理だな。それにほとんどの生徒は俺のことをあまり好いてないだろうし。
It's true. After all, he always obeys Sakaguchi's every word.
もし秩序が崩壊する日が本当に来たらさ、その時はさとみ、俺たちは助け合おうな。
He picked up the rice ball and placed it in my bowl. An offering. What does he mean? Am I overthinking? I couldn't shake the feeling that Kobayashi has sensed something. If that's the case, then I can't just let him be. Perhaps I should find an opportunity for Minamoto to take care of him as well. Only the dead keep their signs. Damn, the choices I made him a killer, dude. This is the most important matter at hand now. Speaking of which, I remembered what Sakaguchi said before he died. He called Minamoto Mandemon. What exactly is Mandemon?
小林君はジンマって聞いたことある？
ジンマ、それはなんだ？病気かい？違う、
多分生き物かな、一応。
図書館で調べてみたらどうだ？
後で行ってみるよ。
At that moment, I suddenly felt a gaze upon me. Someone heard it. Someone heard what we were saying. Following the gaze, I looked towards the corner of the canteen and discovered its source. It was Usugi. Usugi, sitting in that corner seat, engaged in conversation with a girl across from her, but it was evident that her eyes were fixed on me. Noticing that I was looking at her, she didn't shy away. Instead, she nodded at me with a gentle expression, as if greeting me. However, I didn't respond. Was it the guilt in my heart that was causing this? I averted my gaze from her and lowered my head. Usugi might already keenly sense the things I had done in the past. If she were to discover the truth, Minamoto would undoubtedly eliminate her without hesitation. If in the future I am forced to make such a choice, what should I do? What should I do? She's not in your list for revenge, right? She hasn't done anything, right? Okay, let's not make him a worse person. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Moreover, Ayame is very intelligent. Perhaps she can come up with a solution to the current predicament for me. To break free from Minamoto's control, it is not enough for me alone. After dinner, I made my way to the library. I must figure out what kind of being Minamoto truly is. What is the source of her incredible power? Is it not blood? The library at night was incredibly quiet. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna end this one here for today. Wow. God damn it. Satomi, the main character, is... What is his purpose? He's useless. Like, what was the point of turning him into a vampire then? Is he a vampire? I don't know, but what was the point of biting him then, right? He didn't do anything. I wanted to see some action there. But it was all Minamoto. She picked up the pace. But damn, I wish I could change main characters, dude. Seriously. Oh man. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you're awesome. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next one. Mata ne.